What's up, everybody? This is Phil Wilwaukee.
And I'm Jared Abergina.
You're listening to Two Tree Guys Podcast. What's up, everybody? Phil Wilwaukee here. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, to the podcast show. I always appreciate the support, the love, everything you give us. This is another episode, guys. We're going to be doing today gear talk. And if you guys never heard gear talk before, we bring different manufacturers in, talk about different products, different gears, good, bad. We do a lot of comparison, what we like, what we don't like, new products that just hit the market. So this is going to be a great show today. You guys are going to learn some new things that I'm sure you have no idea even exist out there in our industry for some of you guys. Some other stuff we have on the show. We have What's Your Story, where we bring individuals in, industry badasses, and we hear their story. We hear how they got in the industries, people that have inspired them. We also have our training talks. We talk about, different things in our industry and education and training that we've learned along the way that we just want to share and pass on to you. And then we have our safety talks, man. There's incidents that happen in our industry. One of the most dangerous industries out there. How do we make it safer? How do we make it better? How do we innovate? So we'd like to share that too, guys. And if remember too, we have a fee, okay? And that fee, if you're listening to this show right now, you are 100% responsible to share this. If you like it, if you laughed, if you learned, share it, okay? Don't just take it in for yourself. Share it out to the world. Pass it on. Tag a friend. This is how the show grows. This is how we grow it. We don't get paid for this. And like I always say, send me some money. I'll take it. Costs about $300 per episode for us posting it. I'm just glad everybody listened to it. But today we have Jake. How do you say it again? Teitler? Teitler?
Close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah.
From Wilwaukee, Wisconsin, with Wilwaukee Tools. This is a product that we're using at the TCI Expo show right now on the stage. I haven't got the input from all the guys and what they like and dislike on it and things like that. But, this isn't Milwaukee in our industry when it comes to chainsaws and power pole saws and things is not as common. So it's cool to see you guys and work here and be on the show. So I'm excited for myself to learn about your products and the way it's built and a little bit of history of Milwaukee and, where you're at and where you guys want to go to. So, man, thanks for being on the show, dude.
Absolutely. Excited to be here.
Yeah.
Appreciate having me on.
Yeah, let me have you move this mic right here a little closer to you on the bottom. Yeah, we have Anna right there. She's not on camera. Super scared to get on camera, but she would be a natural. We'll see if we can get her on after this. So she's listening in. We may have her bounce in and give a little shout out to us.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So, Jake, let's go, man. Talk to me.
Yeah. So, first off, really excited to be here. This is an industry that we're excited to finally be a part of. You look at Wilwaukee Tool. Everyone knows us for our legacy business, right? We are a company that is obsessed with disruptive innovation, right? And we got our starts with delivering solutions for the mechanical, electrical, plumbing trades, right? And the way I look at it is you look at an electrician's job site 15 years ago, they're using all corded stuff, right? And that's the way the industry's been.
Yeah.
And for us, we came in with our lithium-ion technology and drove disruptive innovation in a meaningful way that changed the way they do their jobs. And now you look at an electrician's job site today, nobody's using a corded drill, right? We look at that same opportunity here in tree care, and we're looking to get into this industry humbly to understand the needs, groups, applications, et cetera. And we're looking to do the same thing with gas to battery, making people safer, more productive.
And how long has it been? I mean, when you say getting in the industry, how long is it? Year? 5 years? I just have no idea.
So we made a pretty strategic decision to make outdoor power equipment as a whole a major focus for Wilwaukee Tool. And when we do that, we don't take it lightly. We go all in on opportunities. So we want to understand, the tree care user from the time they wake up in the morning. What are their efficiencies, inefficiencies throughout the day, and what keeps them up at night, right? We want to be able to fully understand their processes to meaningfully innovate. And people would argue our first ever solution for the arborist was a top handle chainsaw. And we knew, hey, that's our foot in the door with the industry. We need to get this right. because you only get one first impression.
So what do you do when you say you're going all in as a company?
Yeah.
What is all in? What's the process look like, and what goes into it to get to this point of where you're at today?
Absolutely. So you look at outdoor power equipment at Wilwaukee Tool, 5 years ago, we had a team of 8 engineers. We launched maybe 2 new outdoor products every year. We were part of the power tool business unit. And then we saw a tremendous opportunity with our capability with battery, motor, and electronics, and apply that to the outdoor trade, specifically tree care. And we went from 8 engineers in the span of 2 years to over 200. So we're now.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not shitting you.
Wow.
So we're designing, not only launching 1 to 2 new products every year, but 10, 15 new products, all dedicated to the outdoor user. So we're looking to disrupt.
What was some of those first few products that you guys were putting in there? Like the first 2. What did you pick?
Yeah. So when we first got into outdoor power equipment, right, we made a string trimmer and a blower, and people thought it was cool because you have your electrician on the job site who then comes home, wants to use a string trimmer and a blower. They can use the batteries they're using on their job at home, right? So that was our initial approach. But then when you look at the opportunity,
so mostly for the homeowner of something where this is something anybody can use,
right?
Not everybody's using a top handle saw,
100%.
but everybody's using a trimmer and a blower at their house.
And that was the initial approach back in 2017.
Okay.
And then we saw a tremendous opportunity to take our competency in battery, motor, and electronics and apply it to truly going after the pro in a big way. Rather than just having 1 or 2 solutions, we need to have a family of solutions, whether it's tools, accessories, hand tools, you name it.
Got it. Okay, let's talk about the 200 engineers that are working for me in the products. I mean,
yeah,
in 2 years, and that's a lot. I mean, this product just take off. I mean, of course it did, but I mean, what made them add more and grow more?
So it takes a grassroots approach to product development. Before we even kick off a project, we need to spend hundreds of hours in the field with users, belly to belly, understanding how they talk about the product, what do they like about the products today, what could be better, and observe. And then from there, we kick off a project. And, we move very quick at Wilwaukee Tool, but, we make sure that we're delivering upon the user need. We're not designing a saw for me or our CEO. We're ultimately designing saws for people in the field to make sure that we can change the way they do their work for the better.
Got it. What companies do you work for with R&D tree care companies where you're getting that knowledge?
Yeah, there's a lot of competitors that might want to reach out to those guys if I say them, but I promise you it's anywhere from Seattle down to San Diego, out to New York, down to Florida,
bunch
Texas.
of different companies.
Yes.
Gotcha. We never got a call. Maybe we'll get a call here soon.
Don't take it personally. We're getting around to it. I'm sorry.
No, we don't take it personal. But anytime we can help out, and test anything out, we'd be more than happy to help you on the academy training side and stuff like that.
Absolutely, I'll take you up on it.
Yeah, definitely. So when we've got a couple products here today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these products that you have here.
Yeah.
And let's talk about how are they different than what's already out there? What are some of the things you put in there that really separates you guys? And let's just talk about cost and durability and everything.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. All right, so let's start with the top handle chainsaw.
Okay.
So obviously, weapon of choice, aerial applications for tree climber, someone in a bucket lift. With this saw, through our exploratory research, before we even kicked this thing off, we went out and looked at the saws available. And at the time, it was people were using battery saws for pruning applications. Then they were taking the compromise to use gas saws for, chunking apart a spar, taking on removals. And really, on the onset, we wanted to deliver a battery solution without the compromises of battery today. So we wanted to deliver the power, the speed, the torque to be able to take on decent sized applications with the benefit of battery, motor, and electronics that you get out of our solution. So we iterated quite a bit. This is our first ever top handle chainsaw. And
has there been any other version 2, version 3 that's come out, or is this the original?
Not yet.
This is the original OG, came out. That's it.
That's our first shot at it. Yep.
Okay. Let's talk about it. What do we got here?
Yeah, so we call it the M18 Fuel top handle chainsaw. So it runs a 14 or 12 inch system. When you look at from a power level, we're delivering power level that's unprecedented for a top handle, where with this battery here, you're getting 2.4 horsepower in peak power out of a top handle saw.
How much?
2.4.
Okay.
And with that, we're leveraging that power to deliver torque So we've tuned our motor, windings, electronics to optimize for those high load scenarios where you can really load on this saw and it will keep cutting to really unlock the use of it in demanding applications. So really the beauty here is, one, the power, two, the speed, right? We know you're making hundreds of cuts throughout the day. If you can make them a little bit quicker, a little bit more productive. So it's got the power.
So how does that power compared against the two big dogs, Steel and Husqvarna?
For sure.
With what they have.
Yeah. So it's actually going to be a bit more powerful than the top end Steel gas unit. And then battery top handles usually come in at like 1.9 horsepower. We're at 2.4.
Would you say this is the most powerful top handle chainsaw out there?
Yeah. As far as we know, I couldn't find one that's more powerful. But 2.4 horsepower. If we can find another one that's at 2.4 horsepower, then by all means. But we're pretty excited about. We do power really well with batteries, and we're excited what we can deliver with this one. And a lot more to come.
Yeah. So what's the lifespan on the battery on daily use?
Yeah. So anecdotally, what we have users do, and we'll use a West Coast example. Like if you're doing a Douglas fir removal, 100 foot, we'll have a guy limb up a Douglas fir with one 8 amp hour pack, and then top it out.
Yeah.
And then swap over to another pack to then go in and chunk apart the spar. So you're looking at roughly 2 batteries. Now, if you get into super demanding wood, you might get into 3 batteries. But ultimately, if you have 2 batteries, you're pretty dangerous to do quite a bit of work.
Gotcha. Now let's talk about some other stuff on the saw. Run me through safety features. Run me through the makeup, the housing of it. Go through all the guts of it.
For sure. Yeah. So talk about safety features. So we have an inertia brake here. So it's unique where it's mechanically a brake, but also it's electronically. So there's a switch in there that shuts off the tool electronically and then also seizes up the sprocket mechanically. So it's kind of like wearing a belt and suspenders at the same time, but we know safety is important, right?
Yeah.
It's better to be overly safe. So we have a inertia brake here. So it's weighted. So in the event that your hand isn't right here, it will shut off, right? So it's inertia brake, both mechanically and electrically. As far as lock-off mechanism, we put a lot of time into designing this mechanism here.
Yeah, that's different.
It is different to be intuitive. So we see it's really tempting with an electric saw to put a lot of lights on there and buttons and whatnot. But really what we found was the user just wants something that's intuitive. And battery changes the way the job site looks, right? So you're not now, like your saw is not idling. You can't tell if it's on. You need a 2-motion lock-off mechanism. So that's exactly what this is. So it's a mechanism that you push forward and down, and that way you can intuitively actuate the tool and still be safe. So ultimately what we're looking to do here is have something that's intuitive. We could have put a lot of lights on the saw. It was really tempting, but that's ultimately where we landed.
Got it. And what do we got here? What's this?
So this is a climbing scabbard, we call it. So basically what this scabbard allows you to do is, one, it locks over the nut.
Okay.
So if you do want to climb with the scabbard on, don't want to pick your pants, your ankles, you can keep this on. And then to overcome it, you just go like this.
Okay.
And
just
it
with
comes
your thumb
off.
and pop it off. Now, what are these? I don't even know what you'd call those on there.
Sure.
What are they used for?
Call them tie-off points. But basically, once you take the scabbard off,
so
you can store it on your harness, right?
Oh, okay.
So that way, now you can actually bring your scabbard up into a tree.
How many climbers do you see climbing with the scabbard on?
Not a lot, I'll be honest. But there are some now that we have this feature that see, all right, there's opportunity to do this, and whether you put it on or off, we want to give you the option. Yeah, it's kind of a free feature, if you will. So,
what would you say some of the changes you guys are going to be making by coming out with this M18 fuel? What are some of the changes in the future that are going to be coming out that you've realized, hey, we can make it better?
Yeah. So we have a never settle kind of approach, right, to new product development.
It's never perfect.
Yeah. I love this saw, right? I spent a lot of time, working with engineers trying to make this saw as best we could for the tree care industry. But it's not good enough, right? We're not stopping here. And I want to stress that, like, hey, we've made a massive commitment to the tree care space. We're not just going to have one top handle, one telescoping pull saw, one rear handle chainsaw. We're always looking at ways to make things more power dense, deliver higher power at a lower weight, more torque, to really ultimately meet the user need. So this is really the tip of the iceberg, and same with this pull saw. Both of these are tip of the iceberg as far as our commitment goes to the tree care space. And this essentially allowed us to start the conversation and be here. But we're really excited about where we're taking things.
Have you guys been here before?
So we've never exhibited here before.
This is your first time.
It's our first
Okay.
time.
You know, I just was like, Milwaukee, man, I don't know if I've ever seen you here, but I didn't want to say that because just in case you have, and I just never met you, I feel like a jerk.
Never
like, dude,
met
you met me 6 times before. And I'm like, oh, shit. You know, but first time here. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
That's a big move in a new space, you know, and in our industries, they're tough.
Sure are.
You know, they're loyal to their brand. So bringing a new brand in, you know, you're going to need a few innovators that go, I'll try it, I'll do it. And then all of a sudden people start following, you know, behind it and going, guys, you got to check this out.
100%.
Man, this works good. It's the most powerful top handle battery saw there is. I mean, that our industry likes power.
Sure.
You know, what's a home improvement when you talk power, right? And definitely. So what's the cost point on this? How much does it cost?
So this is like one of the first times Milwaukee's not the most expensive tool on the market. We're actually coming in at $449 or $349 bare tool. So just the saw, $499 with an 8 amp hour battery. And then what I always recommend is the 2 battery kits. We talked about that runtime piece.
Yeah. Having
2 batteries in 8 amp hour pack, and then our largest 12 amp hour pack, a dual bay rapid charger. So you can charge.
Would you say a 12 fits on that too?
Yep. Yeah. So it's all interchangeable. Every battery we have fits on every tool.
Okay, that's good. So if maybe you go, hey, what's this one? What size is that?
So this is our 8 amp hour battery.
So an 8 amp, someone goes, you know what? I don't want an 8 amp. I just want to do all 12 amps. They can.
By all means, yeah. So you actually get more power out of this one, but this one's a pound lighter. So what's cool there is uniquely you can optimize the size and weight for the application. So a lot of guys like pruning with this battery, removing spars with a 12 amp hour battery.
And you guys are developing all the batteries and building all the batteries, or do you guys work with a third party on that?
Yeah, so we're the leader when it comes to battery technology. We actually were the first into lithium ion for power tools, and now outdoor power equipment. We're taking that technology here.
Good job, Milwaukee.
We're doing our best, man.
Good job.
We're looking to take what we've learned. This is our 8th generation battery. We're working on our 9th generation battery.
They're only going to get smaller.
Yep, more power dense and what we call more efficient. So we're on an 18 volt platform that's dumping power super efficiently into our tools. And we're looking to take all this technology and learnings and bring it to this industry. And that's really the mission here.
What would you say the lifespan on that battery? You know, 6 months, 2 years? When does the battery start?
Yeah.
How many?
So for us, we stand by a 3-year warranty on these batteries. So if there's any issues, we'll repair or replace them within that time.
How many are you repairing and replacing?
As far as like a fallout rate?
Yeah, I mean, in 3 years, something goes wrong. How many are coming in based on what you're selling?
I don't know the exact number.
1%, 2%?
Probably pretty
half of a percent?
We'd be in a bad business if more than like 1 or 2% came back. So, and really, the piece here is like through our experience, like we've seen people use the battery on the end of a drill as a hammer, right? They leave these batteries in the rain or sawdust or in the cold, in the heat.
You guys still replace them?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we're big on service. It's
kind of like Costco, you know, it's like, hey, whatever happens to this shit, you can return it anytime. I mean, I've had a buddy that's not with us anymore, returned a damn Traeger with fried chickens or grilled chicken still on there.
Get out.
Just pulled it in and they're like, yep, we take it back.
No questions asked.
That makes it nice too, because, you know, if you did use it as a hammer, if you did leave it out in the rain, I don't want to admit it. I'm embarrassed about it.
Sure.
But to know that Milwaukee's going to take care of you, I buy everything from Costco just because of that, you know, return policy. So It's nice to have a product that's going to back you up. I have worked with some saws before. They sent me some non-functional saws, and it took months and months. I mean, talking saws I purchased that never even ran once, that didn't come with the parts, and it was so freaking hard to get that returned. And I don't even know if we still have returned it. And I'm almost just like, F you guys, I'm never going to buy this saw again because of that experience where it cost them. They gave me a shitty product. All they had to do is return it on there. So little frustrations, little crybaby stuff I'm giving you right now, but bullshit. So I like that. I don't want questions. I want to use my product. I want to get my ass to work. And when we're done with it, if something breaks, I want to know that I'm taking care of it. Customers, you know, support.
It's a product we stand by. And, you know, through our experience, we know time that your saw or your tool is down is time you're not being productive. So we take that very seriously in terms of turning product around. Our service network's world class, getting product back into your hands, making you more productive and back on the site. So
what's Milwaukee's vision as a company?
So
and what's their mission?
Yeah. So our mission in general is we're a disruptive innovation company that serves our core industries, right? So we are committed to driving disruptive innovation for, originally it was, hey, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. We're going to drive disruptive innovation for you. We're going to get you home to your family quicker. We're going to give you best in class solutions that allow you to be more productive, safer, and taking that vision and looking at the tree care industry to ultimately drive disruptive innovation into this industry, make it better. And ultimately the way we look at it is a rising tide lifts all boats. Like we're looking to really take this from a grassroots level approach. We're not going to come in pounding our chest. Like we're taking a humbled approach here, learn as much as we can, but ultimately improve this industry from a number of different angles.
I love it. You use my word I use all the time is disruptive. Our industry sometime it gets complacent.
Sure.
We've always done it this way. We're the biggest, baddest, and nobody else can take us on. And having a company like you, you're not just a new company. You know what I mean? You've been around.
Yep.
You know what you're doing. And coming into a new space, you've done your research. You've done your, product development and design and working with companies. So you're bringing a product that I'm sure is top notch. And I'm going to hear from our guys today later if top notch. And plus it's in our colors. Red and black is just awesome.
Some handsome colors. Yeah, it works well.
Jared, I mean, all his tools probably because he liked the colors. I have DeWalt tools at the house because I bought DeWalt my first tool when I was a kid or in high school, and because I like black and yellow. So,
sure.
And Milwaukee, I've always used DeWalt, never really used Milwaukee, but entering this space and being on a podcast, DeWalt's not here. I might, start switching and trying some new products out.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's weird looking at a saw. It's not orange, right? It's a little different.
Yeah, it is. It is. Let's talk about your power saw here.
Yeah.
Your power pole saw.
Yeah, so this is that next step, right? We came out with our top handle chainsaw. It's our foot in the door. Well, what's the next step here? It's extended reach cutting applications and, working with pole saws, from competitors and just really getting to know the space. We saw an opportunity to leverage our technology to push a pole saw to 2.35 horsepower, right? So that's a lot of power at a 13-foot reach, where this thing has professionally demanded feature sets. It's got a magnesium cutting head, all the way at the end to improve balance, super rigid design. It's durable, but the biggest piece is the performance here, where it's 2.3 horsepower, 2.35, but also the chain speed is at 25 meters per second. So it's lightning fast to make sure that you can take nice, controlled, clean pruning cuts, where we purposely wound this motor to take on those extended reach pruning and even more demanding extended reach applications.
Nice. So what's this weigh fully, and what's this top handle weigh?
Yeah, so this is 19.4 pounds.
Okay.
You look at a standard gas unit
with the 12.
With the 12. So that's our largest, heaviest.
Yeah.
That's the worst case.
Okay.
And then this is 10.4 pounds. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Anna, how's it doing over there? There's some good stuff. You already know all this, right? Yeah, Anna's in the crowd cheering us on here from this. No, this is great. This is great information.
Yeah.
Enlightening, learning some of this stuff. And then this is why we have Gear Talk.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity for individuals to hear about different products. They don't have to come to TCIA. It's something new on the market. This is new, guys. This is, kind of the leaders in our industry when it comes to battery, not just our industry, but in all industries, battery power tools. And now they're bringing it to the tree care industry, which is cool and really disrupting the industry and some of that stuff. So I'm excited to see you guys over the next couple of years, see what happens.
Absolutely.
Watch you grow, the booth grow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are here in the Expo Climb and a part of this. You guys picked the perfect spot. Hopefully you signed up next year because it sells out in like 2 seconds.
We'll be
in
here.
This area. You have your saws on the main stage. And I say main stage because this is the main stage now. The other one, I didn't go to that one yet. I haven't even walked around, but this is the main stage. So very first year having it on the main stage. Congrats.
You the man.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Any tips, anything you want to give the listeners and the people? How do they contact you? Where do they go? How do they buy this? This is your pitch, man. What do you got so they know?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, excited to be here. And, as far as Milwaukee goes, keep on the lookout. We constantly are launching products. It's sometimes really hard to keep up with. MilwaukeeTool.com is a good place to start as far as when products are coming out. But as far as where to find us, anywhere you traditionally buy a Milwaukee tool. So the advantage there is you can stop by Home Depot, Ace, Northern Tool, you name it, and we'll have product in stock there. So, I appreciate you having me on. This has been a lot of fun. Like I was saying, podcast virgin, no more. So I appreciate you having me.
You did such a good job, man.
Thank you.
You did. You're a pro. I'd love to have you back on talking about new products every single year.
Absolutely.
Maybe come out to California and visit us and
absolutely,
join a class, come do some climbing, some felling, different courses that we have. Send all your saws. We'll run the whole course with all your saws out there with the whole team and different people around the country. It'd be great to have you, part of that.
Sounds incredible. And partners like you guys are the way this is we're going to make change here. So I appreciate the olive branch, and I'm definitely taking you up on it. So thank you.
Well, there you guys go, guys. New product in the industry, Milwaukee's. Check it out. Go online, check it out. Hey, give us the feedback. I'm going to post this video. It's going to be out there. If you guys like the saw, post it. Tell them. If you hate it, tell them. This is how things get better. Use it for that. So, guys, again, appreciate it. If you like this, if you learned something, you got something out of this, the fee. Share the show. And remember to always continue to elevate the standard of our industry through safety, through training, and through innovation. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Bye.